Hi everyone. In this video I'll be showing you a new feature that we added in the last version of our Vienna theme. And basically what we added was we added the ability to create weekly menus. Um, and it pretty much runs within an accordion menu. So this is actually a feature that one of our customers had requested quite a while ago. And unfortunately we were really busy and we kind of kept having to hold it off, but just recently we finally got this update out and we got it live. And so now I'm just going to run you guys through how this new feature works exactly, so you guys get a clear understanding of how you can set up your own weekly menus. And so I'm just going to go ahead here. I'm just going to get started. So I'm currently right now logged into the demo site. So I'm just going to jump over to the front end. And this is the weekly menu, accordion menu, that you can currently browse on the demo site. You can get to it from under the menus drop down. So if you go under menus, you'll see weekly menus, and that'll take you to this page right now, which I currently have loaded. And you'll see here that I set up a number of consecutive weeks. So the first one is May 1st to the 7th, and the last entry is June 26th to July 2nd. And you'll notice that if I expand any one of these menus, you'll see menu items have been assigned to these menus, right? So, for instance, you can see what's on the menu for May 22nd to the 28th, and this will show you all the menu items that are on the menu for that week, right? For that particular week. So, with this new accordion menu, you can essentially set up a 52-week schedule for the entire year. So it's just one of the conveniences of of having this feature built into Vienna. I actually have had a few other customers that have requested this feature as well, so it's something that I've been wanting to integrate into the theme for quite a while now. So I finally got around to integrating this, and I actually haven't seen any other themes that have a feature like this. So I think this is pretty unique to Vienna, and I think it's actually a very useful feature that that I think a lot of restaurant owners are really going to find beneficial, for their business needs. Okay, so I'm just going to give you a rundown here of how exactly this works. So I'm going to jump to the back end. I'm going to load up this page, and I'm just going to go from the front end. I'm going to hit Edit Page. Okay, so this is the actual page, the backend page for the weekly menus page. And you'll notice here that this is all running within Visual Composer. And you'll see here that we currently have a menu accordion set up, right? So if you want to set up the menu accordion, you can actually access it from the Add Element window. Go under Vienna shortcodes and select the menu accordion item, which is this one right here. Okay, so for the sake of this demo, it's already been set up, right? So once you do that, you'll be able to insert new menu accordion items. So I'm just going to go ahead here and edit the first menu accordion item. Okay, so you'll see that the first menu accordion item corresponds to May 1st to May 7th, which is the first entry in our menu here, right? So in order for this menu to work, you're going to have to assign the start date and the end date, right? And then basically you're going to have to assign your menu items to this start date and this end date, right? In order to have them appear within this menu accordion item. And I'm going to show you how to do that in just a second. So for now, this is pretty much all you need to set up on the Visual Composer side. So if I wanted to create a new entry, I can just click this button right here, click New Menu Accordion Item. And this appears to be taking a little while. Let's see if I close this and I hit Edit. That's interesting. Okay, so that one loaded. That's June 26th to July 2nd. Let's edit this one. Okay, so now we have a new menu accordion item that I'm currently setting up. So I'll just set up a new entry here so you guys can see exactly how it works. Okay, so the last entry we have in our menu is June 26th to July 2nd. So I'm going to make a new entry for July 3rd to July 10th. Okay, so the structure for this would be 0703, so that's July 3rd, and it would end on July 10th. Okay, display expired menu items. I'm just going to leave this set to yes for now. I'll show you guys a little bit later exactly how that feature works. But for now, I'm just going to create this new entry. I'm going to hit Save Changes. Okay, and then I'm going to press Update. Okay, so that entry should be saved now. I'm just going to refresh the front end. Okay, so you'll see that our new entry has now been created. So we have a new menu item for July 3rd to July 10th. So if I currently expand that, there's nothing in it because we haven't assigned any menu items to it. And I'm just going to go ahead and do that now. So I'm going to assign 2 menu items to this new weekly entry we just created. So I'm going to go under Menus, or under Menu, Add New Menu Item. Actually, sorry, not Add New Menu Item. I'm going to click on Menu, and I'm going to add an existing menu item. Okay, so let's select Linguini. Okay, so in order for me to assign this menu item to that new entry that we just created, I'm going to have to insert a new date entry under the date range option. Okay, so the start date is going to be July 3rd, yeah, July 3rd to July 10th. Okay, so this date entry needs to match the date entry of the menu, right? So July 3rd to July 10th. I'm going to press Update. Okay, so now I'm going to refresh the front end. And if I expand this menu, there it is, Linguini. So Linguini now shows up under the menu of July 3rd to July 10th. So that's pretty cool. So you'll see here that under June 26th to July 2nd, we don't have Linguini assigned to it. So if I wanted to assign it to this menu, I would simply go back under the date range options, new date entry, and we're assigning it to June 26th to July 2nd. So June 26th, and this is going to be July 2nd, and I'm going to hit Update. Okay, so now let's refresh the front end. And there it is. So now we have Linguini under the week of June 26th to July 2nd. So that's pretty much how you assign menu items to your weekly menu accordion items, right? We added this new date range feature that you can use, so you can assign one menu item to multiple accordion menu items, right? All doing it under here. And you can also remove entries. You can add as many entries as you want, as many date entries as you want. So you can have one menu item appear under multiple weekly menus, right? So this is a pretty neat little system that we created here that you can use to essentially assign your menu items to weekly menus, right? So the last feature I just want to show you guys is that expired items option. So let's go back to the page here. I'm going to close this down. Okay, so you'll see here under the first menu entry, May 1st to the 7th. So this menu has actually expired because today's date is June 14th, and this menu entry is for May 1st to May 7th of 2017. So this menu actually expired several weeks ago, but the menu items are still appearing. If you don't want the menu items to appear, then you can actually hide them. So what we're going to do is we're going to select the first menu accordion item, and we're going to select display expired menu items. We're going to set this to no, save changes, and we're going to update our page. Okay, so that's been saved. Now I'm going to refresh the front end. And if I select the first menu item now, the first weekly menu, you'll see now that we have a message that says this menu is no longer available. So there you have it. There's a there's a neat little option there that you can use to hide expired menu items, right? So you'll notice that May 8th to the 14th, which is an expired menu, is still showing the items. So if we wanted to, we could also disable those menu items as well. Okay, so I'm going to set this one to no, save changes, hit update. Okay, so that one should be updated. I'm going to press refresh. And there you have it. So now the first two weekly menus on our list are no longer showing the items because these menus have expired, and I have them both set to not display expired items, right? So you'll see that the rest of the menu items are still appearing, and that's pretty much all there is. That's pretty much all there is to it. So that's the new weekly menu feature that we added in the latest version of Vienna. We think it's going to be a very useful and beneficial feature for a lot of restaurant owners out there. And if you have any feedback or comments, feel free to leave them below in the comments below. Or if you have a Microthemes account, feel free to log into the forums. Maybe post a question or two, or leave some suggestions or some feedback as to some future updates you'd like to see in the Vienna theme. And we'll do the best we can to to accommodate your requests. But that's it for now. That's how you set up the new weekly menus in Vienna. So thanks for watching.